let me welcome you to my channel. Before we begin the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this post. On the same night at WWE, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest were betrayed by friends in Judgment Day. While they're at it, SummerSlam, together in the face of their old group, there is an object that the priest despises. About Ripley, the nightmare is among. Well, like WWE superstars on, she has placed it on the current roster. Her photographs caught fire on many occasions. Nevertheless, one particular remark truly persisted in the WWE world and returns to occasionally trouble Damian's priest Rhea. Famously, Ripley handed the Archer the unexpected moniker bisexual participant in online social, raising one's voice to ring the bell while Mommy discussed SummerSlam during the media week. Her rationale for bestowing such unexpected moniker on the internet. I like it when people discover my assessment on his picture. In my opinion, it is the case when it's obvious he's seated on a throne, that he despises it, even if I adore it. A guy who is quite showy, you know? He does. Infrequent swish of the hairstyle, right before engaging in combat. He's most certainly bisexual, I think. Undertaker, I love you, priest, and I'm sorry. According to him, passionate WWE fans will keep watching dispute between Rhea Ripley and Liv while Morgan was away. Finn Balor and Damon's rivalry, religious leader, has not yet begun. Hello, Damon. Rhea is a moniker that the priest is fine with. Before his time in WWE, Ripley was his world. Damian Priest, the current heavyweight champion, have an open mind while although he may not be fond of the moniker WWE, Rhea Ripley gave him an excessive amount of, very lately expressed his lack of objection to it. When speaking with a priest on the Rob Brown show, made it clear that the audience is having a blast because of his involvement with it on the internet, accepts the moniker bestowed upon him. From Ripley, it's definitely there. Anyway, if the fans are looking to have a good time about anything shared on social media, by all means, feel free to proceed. You can tell whether they are bringing up my name in a light-hearted, innocent manner. It makes no difference to me. Impacts me. Rhea is turning it into a reality. She's meant to be my best friend. It's as if, what's going on with you? I contacted them right away to her and said, what's wrong with you? Your current response, which was originally hers, is amused by, according to Damian, the priest, which Rhea Ripley is really close with, in the rear, and have given each other credit in order to go to the top of the roster in the wrestling's perpetual upheaval. There are instances that surpass the predetermined intrigue, revealing an unusual look at the genuine individuals embodied by the role judgment powerhouse Rhea Ripley. A few days ago, they discussed a light-hearted aspect that emerged at those times. Her admirers caught them off guard when she unveiled shocking moniker she bestowed to her after a sit-down with his stablemate Damian, the priest. Discussion with Corey Graves on WWE's subsequent to the Bell audio. Famous Ripley, in light of her commanding presence in the ring and the fact that she missed stupidity, revealed how a brief, playfully joking around with the priest resulted in the moniker that she asserts he is passionate about. But what gives it is the change it undergoes is also intriguing. Stands for on the Day of Judgment, and how their friendship outside of the spotlight, together with their angry personalities throughout the spherical Rhea's connection, Ripley and the priest, Damian, Laura Ripley, Dam and Priest are now among the most important performer on WWE's Day of Retribution coalition. In addition to Finn Balor, the Mysterio brothers, an opposing group has emerged, blending anarchy to stardom, blends psychological manipulation and intimidation. Dangerous unit. You can feel the chemistry, airing their show with every member contributing something fresh to offer, whether the experienced expertise of Baylor, the rising self-assurance of Dominic, or the Priest's formidable stature, brutality, despite the fact that Priest and Ripley, they share more than just their roles that they often appear in ways that are reminiscent of having brothers, perpetually taunting, difficult, and encouraging one another to improve. No, I wonder whether anybody is aware of the fact that we are. The action is taking place in the background, Ripley asserted while radio show, we love to travel and are never apart. Work out in unison, even snag meals. Following that illustrates how it's like this eccentric small family. When the moniker first appeared, a chance for these unscripted moments of connection that the now famous moniker originated from. As per Ripley, the story began seldom on the Day of Judgment. Individuals were relaxing after a demanding series of live performances they had settled on. Participate in a group exercise class mixed with cardiovascular exercise, weightlifting, and engaging in brief sparring. Ripley chuckled while the memory flooded back to her. And Damian's enormous man, isn't he? He seems to be able to. Not everyone can bench press a truck, yet I am uncertain about the number of vulnerabilities, like to the rest of us. One of his flaws that she exposed was not like one particular kind of physical activity, something that requires quickness, or yoga instructor and priest H. Ripley said, while smiling, finds our activity repulses. A portion of this group session entailed extending. He seemed quite rigid. It would seem as if he were solid as granite, and he began quietly muttering something. Throughout, she persisted at a certain point, I began, referring to him as Stretch Armstrong, just like the classic pull and play toy, extend across requirements. It was entertaining as a result. The clergyman was so weak he could not feel his toes, much less stretch on his own like that toy he handed you. That his expression was one of impending choking, out in the open, but I wasn't going to let it. Ripley's account of the priest's reply. The priest Damian's response was immediate, flashed her a menacing look that only served to. The moniker stuck, and he despised it even more. Still, he gets angry at me whenever I bring it up. You can watch him roll when you call him Stretch. His gaze, but that is only our nature. It's like we're always picking on one another. It's all for fun, really. What Ripley divulged was, the moniker has since become an inside prank on Judgment Day with Finn. From time to time, Baylor and Dominic taunting the priest by using the term while they were not performing Irish whiskey made by Finn. He'll use his accent to make it even hilarious. Stretch Armstrong, yells the youngster at odd times inside the dressing room, while Damian only grumbles. The moniker has, Ripley said while chuckling, even gained a following among fans, with some devoted WWE fans discovering on the whimsical jabs of Ripley while discussions and online postings. Ripley said that she is even considering using. She hasn't done it publicly on television yet. Not had the opportunity to speak with Damian. Would overlook my remark if I made it when she was. The commercial she made light of the serious fronts. The unexpected moniker furthermore grants admirers a sneak peek at the often undiscovered connections between WWE as they engage in feuds on screen. Superstars, alliances, and betrayals occupy the forefront. Here, it's evident that a large number of artists had strong relationships outside of film. The stretch revealed by Ripley, and as Armstrong demonstrates, even the greatest strong personalities sometimes experience light-hearted banter and sincere camaraderie hidden from view. To me, it's paramount. Want individuals to understand that we are fallible. Even Ripley described how we engage in these personalities, but when we're in the dressing room or traveling, we're no different than any other bunch of acquaintances. We tease one another and with one another, and our inner jokes continue. Let's say in this wild industry, intriguing effect on the Day of Judgment. In addition, Ripley spoke on how their powerful decision-making has been placed outside of the ring to make the day even more unified on screen. We, confidence in one another, whole, whether it during a game or advertising. We are aware that we are allies. Confirms that chemical processes leads to that Damian Priest you see on TV is the genuine deal. Notwithstanding his strong distaste for the moniker